Hey guys, today I am so excited to talk to you about A Quiet Place Day 1, which is in theaters tonight. I got to check it out early last night at a press screening, and I've got to preface this by saying that I love this franchise. I recently rewatched the first two films to get ready for this one, and I forgot how much I just really love being in this world. It is, you sit on edge when you don't hear anything and you're waiting for sounds, and of course, that is where the sound design comes in this franchise, and it does not miss in the third film, which is technically a prequel, A Quiet Place Day 1. Listen, this movie it hit me in so many different ways. So obviously, there has been a strong line of human emotional stories throughout these, right? We have this family in the first one, it continues into the second one. You're dealing with the repercussions and how this has changed humans, but there's a lot of emotion in there, and there's a lot of strong family ties and a lot of fantastic human stories in this, and plus a really amazing, very, very cool, very terrifying creature, right? They're fast, they're nasty looking, and you can't even make a freaking noise without them hearing you. It's crazy. You have to find places that are louder, like the waterfalls, and in the case of Day 1, there's a fountain. It's just the use of these things is so smart. And that's what I love about this franchise. I think it's very, very brilliant. Now, this one, oh my God, the first, 30 minutes or so is terrifying, right? Because you're introduced to Lupita's character. She's incredible, by the way. I mean, no surprise, right? She's absolutely phenomenal. But you're introduced to her and her issues and what's happening with her. And that is sad. And you're already like, wow, this is emotional, right? Then you have the invasion, okay? Which is insane. It's terrifying. It's big. It's loud. This is meant to be seen on the big screen. I saw it in IMAX, and it was amazing in the theater. Everyone is quiet. You could hear a pin drop. It's so scary, and it's terrifying. Okay, and it's so good, and it's done so well, and it's like you would think these creatures well enough over the last two movies that they're not going to scare you. They scare you. We haven't seen them in hordes like this, literal dozens of hordes. And I was afraid, to be honest with you, going in, I was like, are they going to show the creature too much? Because sometimes that's the issue with a creature movie, right? You become less scared of it because you've seen it so much. No. They make sure you're absolutely terrified. Close-ups, jump scares, and not a lot of jump scares, but just enough. And we've seen these creatures up close. We know they can be killed. It doesn't matter. It's still very scary, especially seeing them swarm like that. They were almost like spiders climbing up it gives me the creeps. Climbing up the buildings and stuff. It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Then, everything quiets down. So it's like, it goes from normal to massive insanity, loud, crazy, people screaming, dying, blood, aliens, creatures, whatever you want to call them, all this crazy stuff. And then it's silent, because they start to realize it. And of course we have the score in the background, so you're not just watching a silent movie, but it's so good. And then when Joseph Quinn enters, and we get Lupita and Joseph, and that is not to say, Alex Wolff, by the way, is at the beginning of the movie. He's fantastic. He's so good. But when we really get Lupita and Joseph is when this movie really, really just went into my heart. And there were moments I was crying. I was so invested in the two of them. And this really is a study of how humans will come together, even strangers, in a tragedy and help each other. Joseph is fantastic. From the moment he enters, he's so good. And I just absolutely just wanted to give him a hug. I fell in love with this character. And so I loved him and Lupita. They go through quite the journey. There's a lot happening. And it's sad. It's emotional. It's heartwarming, somehow, because they find the good in things, and it's just I don't want to cry. There's a moment where I cried, and then there's a moment where I teared up, and then there's a moment where I cried again. And I will say the cat is amazing. I know everyone's talking about the cat's the MVP. I did love the cat, but for me, Joseph Quinn, I think, and really Joseph and Lupita's relationship in here is the MVP for me. I really, really loved it. I love the ending. I think it was so perfect. It's a very emotional journey, and it's so good. It just makes this trilogy. I mean, this is a fantastic trilogy. It's so good. It does such a great job of being scary and emotional at the same time, and I love that. So I highly recommend going to check out A Quiet Place Day 1. It's in theaters today. go support this movie. It's so good. And let me know if you're planning to watch it down below in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on the trilogy so far, what you thought about the other 2 movies. Let's talk about it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.